I want to start with this. It is such a great topic to begin with, plant-based diets. How many of you are exploring this type of diet? I've always wondered how beneficial it can be, and today we're going to learn a lot with Dr. Jonny Bowden. Jonny, it is so great to have you back in studio. He's so wonderful.
Happy to see you.
Get ready to learn a lot, y'all. Take some notes. Why is it, though, that plant-based diets are so popular, but also you claim and you say with facts that it may not be the healthiest diet?
Well, there's a couple of problems. There's nothing wrong with eating plants. This is not an anti-plant segment.
Yeah.
You have a guest coming on who's on a plant-based diet. He's doing it right.
Okay.
The problem is vegan and plant-based aren't the same thing.
Okay.
And when you eat foods that have no animal products in them, you think you're eating something healthy, but there is plant-based junk food.
Okay.
These pretzels don't have any animal products in them.
I see, yeah,
They're
a lot of
not
people
good for
do.
you. They're still pretzels, they're still junk food.
Cauliflower as substitute for it sometimes. I don't really know what's in there. I just assume it's better for you, so sometimes I do purchase that.
Right, I brought this along. Here's a vegan birthday cake blondie. It looks great, doesn't it? 29 grams of sugar. That's
like
not
a can
healthy.
of soda right there.
Exactly.
Wow.
So you want to eat real food. You don't want meat substitutes that are made in a factory. And the thing about eating all plant-based with no animal products is there are at least 3 nutrients you cannot get from plants.
What are they?
B12, iron, and omega-3s. And let me explain, you can get iron from plants that's not in the right form that you need, and you can get omega-3 from plants, but you need it to be in the form that your body can use, which is EPA and DHA. Those are the real fish oil fatty acids that you want that are good for your brain and for your heart.
I'm like so hooked right now. So how does someone know, though, that they're not getting those nutrients? Maybe they feel good, maybe they love what they're eating, it tastes good. Do you start noticing certain things within your body?
Yes, with omega-3s, because your nails may get a little brittle and your hair may get a little dry, but the best way, and we were talking about this off, is to test your blood levels.
What?
We now have something called an omega-3 index. You can get it anywhere, Walmart, Amazon, and well, it's a little fingerprint test, and it tells you your omega-3 index, which is how much omega-3 is in your blood, and they're saying that that's as much a risk factor, having a low one, as smoking.
Wow.
So you want to test.
Wow, that's incredible.
Doctors are testing now for vitamin D, which is a really good step. We need to test for omega-3.
I thought this was a DVD player.
No. It's
a
an
DVD, not a
test.
player. The DVD itself.
Yeah, exactly.
But, wow, really helpful there. And I know you were really excited to, if people are lacking these nutrients, but they do love their diet, you have something you really wanted to share with me here.
I want you to test it. Okay. This is Viactive's new Omega Boost.
Okay.
Now, you've heard of gummies.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of gummies.
Okay.
I am a fan of this new technology, which are called gel bites. Go ahead and taste one of those.
A whole one.
Yeah,
guys,
absolutely.
It's harder than a gummy.
It's completely
rubber
different.
Almost, but
not bad. No fishy taste, no sugar. Now, Viactive is the same company that put the calcium chews on the market. You remember that when people didn't want to take those big horse-filled calcium things and they solved the problem? They have now used all of their knowledge and technology to make these new gel bites, and one contains 1,200 milligrams of omega-3. Not just fish oil. These things just say fish oil. We don't care about how much oil is. We care how much omega-3 is in them.
Okay, so that's the key, the omega-3.
Yes.
Make sure you know that. What else were you saying is the important? Iron, you said?
Iron you can get from plant foods.
But not the way it should be. So how can people get it?
Well, maybe you incorporate a little bit of animal foods into your plant-based diet. You know, I eat a plant-based diet, but there's at least 10 or 20% of it is meat or fish. And you know, even if you eat the right amount of fish, they tell you twice a week, you're not going to get the optimal levels for your brain and your heart. This will give you the actual dosage. I was telling my wife to-be is going to Paris for a month. And she's not great about taking her vitamins. I'm giving her a multiple and this, and I'm saying just take one of these, and the multiple, you'll be good.
Okay, well, thank you so much for helping, myth bust some of these things. Hopefully we didn't offend anyone in the audience. No. I think you were very helpful in just clarifying the things that our body actually needs. And I know Paul will be interested in this too, because I'm trying to live a healthier life, Paul, so thank you, Jonny, for sharing all of that with us. Paul, Johnny's getting married this year. He's been engaged for a long time, he was telling me, but we're so happy for him.
Well, congratulations. And I say, John, all that is very interesting.